Hello, my name is Lisa Childers. I'm the County Extension Director here in Cumberland County. On behalf of Cumberland County, Cooperative Extension, and the Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville, we'd like to welcome you to our Agricultural Hall of Fame ceremony. The Cumberland County Board of Commissioners established the Agricultural Hall of Fame in 1989 as a way to honor those that have made a significant contribution to agriculture here in Cumberland County. Today, we formally induct and honor our 2021 recipient, Mr. Alton Earl Smith, Jr. At this time, I would like to welcome Vice Chairman Adams, who will bring us greetings.
Good morning, everyone. All right, let's look a little. This is a great celebration today to be able to do this. Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, I read some of this stuff. I tell you what. Good morning. It is truly an honor to be here as we honor Mr. Earl Smith, Jr., the 2021 Cumberland County Agriculture Hall of Fame inductee. On behalf of the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners, I bring you warm greetings, and heartfelt congratulations. In general, growing up on a farm is a hard life. And Earl Smith Jr. was forced to grow up faster than most youth. He took over most operations of his family farm at the tender age of 12. I think I was just getting taken off the training wheels on my bicycle at that point, Mr. Smith, and here you are running this farm. But if there was ever a prime example of how someone shows the rewards of hard work, it is Earl Smith Jr. Through the years, he has raised livestock, tobacco, row crops, and grains. And y'all can see I like to eat, so Mr. Smith, you did me well. Mr. Smith has helped lead, y'all laughing at that now, look at her, she's having a good time. Mr. Smith has helped lead the way for the improved, more efficient ways to grow the food that grows on our tables. This gets to show you that you don't always have to go off to school just to learn what needs to be done, isn't it? It's hard work out there on that farm doing that. He has been an innovator and an engineer, constantly finding new ways to improve farming, whether it was designing his own freestyle dairy stalls or bulking curing tobacco. Oh, I remember them tobacco days, Mr. Smith. That's why I went on to school, because I couldn't do that. You're a better man than I am, I tell you what. The passion to innovate and create extends beyond farming, though, for Mr. Smith into many other interests. He loves to build, restore, and make things better, from his own self-propelled hay wagon to his prized, jaw-dropping vintage hot rods. You still driving them hot rods there, Mr. Smith? All right, now I need to come on out there. All right, I'm going to check the driver's license done now, Mr. Smith. In a profession that often suffers the loss of succeeding generations, and you got your family here, the Smith farm is still going strong in its, sixth generation. And that's a testament to the family. So, Mr. Smith, congratulate you, but I congratulate all the family members to be able to continue to do that. Because as our kids grow up and continue on, they want to leave the farm and they want to go off to that big city and do those kind of things. So, to the family, thank you on behalf of Cumberland County for staying here and doing that. I tell you what, with this supply chain, it's important for us to have these family farms and these local crops. Mr. Smith's example of hard work, dedication, and constant improvement in agriculture has served as an inspiration for his grandchildren who are carrying on the family tradition of farming. But Mr. Smith's leadership extends well beyond his farm. He has stepped up to the plate in our community, serving on the Cumberland County Farm Bureau Association, the Board of Education, and the Grays Creek Volunteer Fire Department. That fire department has changed, didn't it? It looks good, doesn't it? I tell you what, you did good work. You know, it's always about building on what people did beforehand, and the succeeding generations do that. So, Mr. Smith, you helped this community more than you would ever know, and we can ever give you congratulations for. Mr. Smith is so worthy of this Agriculture Hall of Fame. We want to thank you for your dedication and giving back so much to Cumberland County. I want to extend a very special thanks to the Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville for their efforts to honor our farmers and the Cumberland County Cooperative Extension under the leadership of Alicia Childers for keeping the legacy of honoring those who have contributed significantly to agriculture right here in Cumberland County. It is indeed an honor for me to be here to bring greetings, Mr. Smith. There is no one more deserving of this honor this year than you. So congratulations and welcome to the Cumberland County Agriculture Hall of Fame. And with that, thank you. And with that, I will have our county manager, Ms. Amy Cannon, to come up for some greetings. Ms. Cannon.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Adams. Good morning. I want to welcome Mr. Earl Smith, his family and friends who are joining us today, and the members of the Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville, as well as the Cooperative Extension team. I have worked for Cumberland County for over 31 years, and I have the distinct honor of serving the county where I was born and raised, and that is certainly a privilege and an honor. I know very well the rural roads in our community that are lined by the row crops and the pastures, and I'm grateful for the farmers like the Smith family who continue to grow the food that we eat for nourishment, the cotton for our clothing, and other agricultural products that add to the quality of life in our community. I'm also grateful for Cooperative Extension, for that team who continues to support our agricultural community. Lisa Childers and her team have persevered over the last 2 years during COVID, and it's been a difficult 2 years. Many people don't know all that they've done during the pandemic. They created virtual programming to continue the teaching part of what they do. They actually delivered personal protective equipment to farmers, and they were also worked hand in hand with our public health department and helping get our farmers and their workers vaccinated. When I enter the auditorium at the Cumberland Agricultural Extension Center, I look at those pictures on the wall and I see strength, I see determination, commitment, and I see passion. I want to thank Cooperative Extension, the Board of Commissioners, the Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville for their efforts in preserving the history of agriculture in our community through the Hall of Fame. And today, Mr. Smith, we're adding a new chapter. I look forward to seeing your picture there among the other heroes on that wall. Thank you.
It's so nice to see so many of Mr. Earl's family and friends here today. We thank you for being here, and there are so many others that couldn't join us, and so we're appreciative of being able to live stream this event so that others can join us from afar. The process of choosing an inductee is not taken lightly. Applications are received, and we have a committee that puts in a tremendous amount of time reading each application before making a determination. Mr. Smith was nominated by his family. In just a moment, we're going to watch a video to tell us a little bit more about his contribution to agriculture. As I reflect on Mr. Smith's agricultural legacy, I think of the word of gratitude. Gratitude for his sacrifice to maintain the farm. Gratitude for the late nights, the early mornings, the missed family events, all to ensure that this crop will be the best one yet. Mr. Smith is a true example of what hard work, determination, and a passion for agriculture can accomplish. Please enjoy this video created by our Cumberland County Public Information staff as we learn a little more about Mr. Alton Earl Smith, Jr.
Alton Earl Smith, Jr. is a 2021 Cumberland County Agricultural Hall of Fame inductee. Mr. Smith grew up on the family farm in Grays Creek with his parents Alton Earl Sr. and Elizabeth Garner Smith. Mr. Smith and his sister Fay helped with chores on the farm, while Sister Lucy helped with household tasks. The siblings rose every morning very early to help in the dairy barn and returned after school for afternoon milking. Mr. Smith took over the dairy and tobacco farm at the young age of 12 when his father's health declined. Even with taking on the enormous responsibility of farming, he would continue his education and graduate from Grays Creek High School in 1956. He was a charter member of the Grays Creek FFA, organized in 1953. After graduating, he married and raised 2 children in the family farmhouse, daughter Rose and son Alton Earl III, who passed away tragically in 1995. In 1967, at the age of 28, Mr. Smith was chosen as the outstanding young farmer for Cumberland County. During his time running the dairy farm, he received numerous awards for dairy cattle production and served as a director of the Dairy Herd Improvement Association. He designed and built freestyle stalls for his 100-plus head of cattle and a trough conveyor belt system for delivering feed. He sold the dairy farm in the early 1980s, yet continued row crop production. Over the years, he has increased the size of his family farm from 200 acres to 700 acres, growing tobacco, soybeans, sorghum, corn, and small grains. Today, he and his family farm around 1,200 acres. Known for being one of the most progressive farmers in the area, Mr. Smith was the first farmer in the county to begin bulk tobacco curing by adapting his old tobacco harvester for use in this new method. This practice resulted in a tremendous labor-saving cost for farmers. Soon, other tobacco farmers in the county would adopt this method of curing. Along with maintaining the farm, he became the lead salesman for Long Manufacturing Company, selling farm machinery and servicing the equipment throughout the state. Through his innovation and masterful engineering ability, Mr. Smith has designed and built a self-propelled hay wagon, a wood-fired tobacco barn heater, and has even designed, built, and flown his own airplane.
When I fix something, or make something, and you back up and look at it, you've done something good that day. You got something to show for it.
Restoring vintage cars has been a long-time passion. In recent years, he built a Model A Woody, milling the lumber for the venture himself from trees that he cut from the farm. He may be spotted driving any one of his collection of antique vehicles, always with his loyal dog by his side. He owned and ran a Grays Creek convenience store that was known to many as a great place to chew the fat over a cup of coffee. In 1996, his son-in-law, David Kennedy, joined the farming operation, and they still work side by side on a daily basis. His grandchildren would also look to him for guidance, and he has inspired them to remain active on the family farm. Ryan Kennedy and Paige Kennedy Smart, both NC State graduates in agricultural studies, have expanded the operation to include beef cattle and hay production. As the 6th generation in the farm, they work full-time in the operation and are dedicated to continuing the tradition that began with the Smith family in Grays Creek in the mid-1800s.
Well, I just hope it's able to survive, and I think it will. We're all together 3 or 4 times a week eating lunch. It's togetherness.
Over the years, Mr. Smith has served as past president of the Cumberland County Community Farm Bureau Association, served on the Cumberland County School Board, secretary of the Grays Creek Ruritan Club, superintendent of Green Springs Baptist Church, and is a founding member of Grays Creek Fire Station number 18. Alton Earl Smith, the 2021 Cumberland County Agricultural Hall of Fame inductee, a true champion of agriculture.
We would now like to welcome Mr. Worth Smith, President of the Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville, who would like to make a presentation.
Well, Mr. Smith, I have to tell you, I have been excited about this day for quite a while when Lisa told me what we were doing and what I was going to have the opportunity to do today and to meet you. And then after watching that video, I had a chance to watch it last night, I was even more excited. Because quite honestly, I was amazed at some of the things you've accomplished over your life. Talking about the classic cars, it sounds like you went from 0 to 60 at age 12 and just never slowed down. So I think that's gone a long way and has gotten you where you are, and we certainly appreciate that. Now, I am the president of the Fayetteville Kiwanis Club, and if y'all know anything about the Fayetteville Kiwanis Club, our mission is to change the world one child and one community at a time. And so the next question would be, well, what's the connection to agriculture? Well, the answer is, it is important for us as a group that works with children to maintain the connection to the agricultural community, to maintain the connection to farmers in our community, because that is the bedrock of what our community is, of how we live, and how we have gotten where we are. And Mr. Smith, you're a big part of that, and for that we thank you. For this award, congratulations doesn't quite seem like the thing to say, because it's a lot of hard work that's gotten you here. And in watching that video, one of the things that occurred to me is this is, of course, the Agricultural Hall of Fame, and your achievements are massive in that arena with all the innovations you've made and the hard work you've put in to your farm and to your family's farm, but also the hard work you've put in to maintain a family business that has lasted for 6 generations. And I have to say, in my daily life, I'm part of a family business in its 3rd generation, and I work with family businesses, and it is rare to see a family business last 2 or even 3 generations. And for a family business like yours to last 6 generations is downright amazing. The fact that y'all work together, that you eat lunch together and clearly still love each other is important and amazing as well. So I just wanted to say thank you for all your work in the agricultural community. Thank you for all your work in Cumberland County. And thank you for the example you've been to others and for that encouragement. And for that, I am very pleased and very honored to be able to present you with this plaque. The 2021 Cumberland County Agricultural Hall of Fame, presented to Mr. Alton Earl Smith, Jr. in recognition of lifetime contributions and accomplishments in agriculture. Mr. Smith, it is a pleasure for me to present this to you. May I shake your hand? Yes, sir. Sir, it is a pleasure and a great pleasure. Oh, sure. I mean, as long as Mr. Smith's comfortable with that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Smith, you can take your mask off if you'd like. He was asking if you wanted to do that for the picture. All right.
Now get a good enough picture.
Let's rearrange the plaque here and we'll do that. Perfect. All right. All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to let you sit down for just a minute. I'm going to call you back up in just a minute. But if at this time, if Lee Warren and Judge Tal Baggett will please come forward, we will have the unveiling of the portrait. The Hall of Fame is located in the Cumberland County Agriculture Center, and this portrait will now be on display forever.
Stand close to that pretty picture you got right there.
Sorry.
Give me a picture.
Let's get comfortable with Lisa. And
Okay.
Sally. This is a Kiwanis picture. Come on, Sally. Come on, Sally. Come on, Tal. That's it.
Come on, say a word, Mr. Smith. Come to this microphone right here.
At this time, Mr. Smith is going to join me and just say a couple of words of thanks. 2 words. That's good. I'll take it.
Thank you, right?
I'll take it.
Done got one of them.
I'll take it.
I ain't no public speaker. I got a lot of friends, had a lot of help. I haven't done anything that most farmers has not done. And little lady there helped me milk cows. That's my sister. And my dad had a heart attack, and she helped me milk cows till she decided she won't get married and leave. And I've just had a lot of help, had a lot of friends, and I appreciate the honor. Thank you.
You did great, Mr. Smith. I would like to conclude again by thanking our county commissioners. Vice Chairman, thank you again. The Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville, thank you, Worth. Amy Cannon, County Manager, thank you. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate taking one day out of the year to salute agriculture. So thank you again, and again, congratulations, Alton Earl Smith Jr., congratulations, and to the Smith family. Thank you for all that you do. And that now concludes our ceremony.